Hello there, and welcome to Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. This week, we look into stories that show how our environment affects our lives, from the mental health benefits of the beach to the Baguio City Police's push for cleaner communities, and even the colorful business of ornamental fish. Now, let's kick things off with my interview with Dr. Mariflor Gatchalian, the chief psychologist of the Mind Care Center, as she explains how nature can boost our well-being.
Going to the beach has many benefits to our mental health. No? Hindi lang talaga physical health. Number one, we have to remember when we go to the beach, it's very vast. It's vast. Parang there's a sense of freedom and relief. Ang lawak-lawak niya. And then there's the sound of the water. Sound of the waves. Yung sound ng waves kasi, it can help you feel very relaxed kasi yung tranquility niya. Actually, may iba-ibang colors yung mga sounds na yan. Meron silang tinatawag na white sound at yung very relaxing. And then, yung pink sound ng wave, yung tuloy-tuloy na parang dinidiretso lang siya. No? It gives you that feeling na you're so relaxed, you're so serene. The place is just so chill. Parang ganon yung dating niya. And then, the other sound that we will get, yung medyo rumbling. Yung tumatama sa mga bato, they call it brown sound. And that brown sound actually can help in anxiety.
Really?
But siguro, disclaimer muna tayo, Paolo, not everyone can actually enjoy the beach. People with high level of anxiety can even find it anxious, no? More anxiety-provoking. Kaya depende pa rin to. But generally speaking, it can be very helpful if you have problems, if you have high level of distress. Kasi yung relaxing effect ng beach.
Yeah, it's so interesting that you mentioned yung mga colors of yung sound, the white, the brown, the pink, and of course, even the fact that, okay, yung rumbling it might actually cause the distress for those with high anxiety. When we take a look at, okay, let's focus first on those who siguro the beach might not be for them. When you talk about yung anxiety na yun, where does it come from? Why are people not anxious, or rather anxious to go to the beach? Kasi there are some people, I'm sure we have that friend or two, na ayaw talaga mag-beach kasi for whatever reasons na talagang ina-avoid nila. What's the science behind that?
It depends on whether they had a background, baka nagkaroon ng traumatic experience sa water, no? At kaya meron silang mga fear doon sa mga malalaking lugar. It depends on where they got their fear from or their anxiety from. But we have to remember that anxiety is actually normal to us, kahit kami na anxious, no? Pero kapag naging distressful ito and dysfunctional, meaning if it hinders you, like for example, you don't want to go to the beach because when you get in the water, you get hyperventilated, you cannot breathe, and then yon, baka meron yung something. That's something that we need to go to maybe a counselor and consult with. Kasi hindi normal na mag-hyperventilate ka sa water, lalo na kung hindi pa umaabot sa dibdib mo yung water. So, hyperventilate ka na. Diba? Pagka ganito, we're looking at baka there are experiences from the past that may have caused it.
Well, you mentioned that, okay, the sounds could help in terms of stress, the anxiety, even signs of depression. When you look at the effects of visiting the beach, especially when you take a look at the sound, is that something that you could actually ask patients to, like, hey, why not go to the beach? It would actually help. Take a break. When you encourage people to do something like that, normally, how do you convince him to do so? Kasi minsan talaga may mga tao na hindi bumibitaw sa trabaho, ayaw magbakasyon, ayaw mag-break.
Yes. So, syempre, pag patient ito, we need to undergo further assessment and check kung okay sa kanya yung beach. So, kapag nakikita namin na okay naman siya, then that's the time that we recommend it. Do self-care, go to the beach with your family. Kasi it can give you that moment where you can really think of the things that you have and you don't have. Time that you can introspect, diba, about life, about being with your family, and you will be very grateful for that moment. Kaya napakagandang moment yung nasa beach kayo with the family. Kasi it gives you that moment of togetherness. Tas ang ganda-ganda ng lugar. Tas pati yung sensation, that's also something that we have to remember when we go to the beach. yung sensation, yung smell of the water, yung salty water, yung sensation na nakukuha mo sa sand when you walk on the sand, and then you feel it on your feet, it brings you back to yourself. It brings you back to your momentum. Kaya kung meron kang problema, minsan lago na-anxious ka, pero okay ka naman sa beach, it will be very good if you go to the beach and play with the sand. No? Igaganan mo sila sa kamay mo, sa paa mo, tatabunan mo yung sarili mo, and then you feel it. You will be very mindful with that feel of the sand. Ang sarap. And you know what, Paolo, what I did when I went to when I went to Boracay, pumunta talaga ako dun sa hanggang sa chest. Ito, you remember this.
Yeah.
I faced the sun, and then I just felt the waves on my body. And then parang bumalik ka talaga. Nakalimutan mo yung trabaho mo sa Maynila. Ang alam mo lang, my body needs this. And then you start thinking of beautiful things. And then you start, maybe if you're prayerful, then it's a time that you can also pray with the water. And you'll be very, very mindful, ma-appreciate mo talaga yung ganda ng nature. And then after that, you will feel very good.
Well, you mentioned the smell of the salt water. Of course, other benefits actually being around salt water. Of course, there's also going to be the sun exposure. There's just so much nature that happens around, and when your body is exposed to it in a way that's probably more exposed than usual, it feels that there is a bit of a reset when it comes to that. When it comes to getting in touch with nature again, how important is that to connecting with yung mind mo, being more mindful, as you mentioned a while ago, and of course using that to not just self-improve, but really to heal yourself and reconnect with everything that needs to be reconnected, well, mentally speaking and even emotionally.
Yeah, I like the word reset. No, that's exactly what happened to me when I was in Boracay. And that will happen to you too. Kasi di ba, ang gulo sa Maynila, let's admit it. Ang dami nating trabaho. And we're so overwhelmed with so many tasks on our hands. So when you get that reset with the nature, babalik, re-energize ka. It doesn't only happen in your mind. Chemicals also have something to do with it. Kasi when we are so stressed, your brain secretes more cortisol. And itong cortisol, ito yung stress hormones natin. So when you are in a relaxing area, like the beach, nare-relax yung body mo, you can breathe properly, and then nalilesen yung cortisol. And then with the vitamin D coming from the sun, nakakatulong itong mag-secrete ng serotonin. Serotonin are mood regulators. These are hormones that can help you regulate your mood. Kaya kapag merong anxiety ang isang tao, binibigyan sila ng SSRI, no? Or depression, ito yung mga serotonin reuptake. Kasi kailangan ng katawan natin ng serotonin, yung enough, the sufficient amount of serotonin in our body for us to be regulated and to be more relaxed. Kaya kapag nasa sun ka, na vitamin D, pero morning sun to wag yung araw sa tanghali. Nakakatulong yung mag-boost ng vitamin D.
Well, from the beach, we're going to go to the cool air. After the break, we head to Baguio to hear about the police's crackdown on noisy vehicles and illegal garbage burning. Weather HQ, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Weather HQ. Ako po si Paolo del Rosario. Amid the growing environmental concerns, the Baguio City Police Office is taking action targeting illegal mufflers and garbage burning to promote a cleaner, quieter city. To learn more, here's my interview with Police Major Marcy Grace Maron, Public Information Officer of the BCPO.
It is one of the program of our city director, one of his 5 agenda. Agenda is the environmental protection. So yun po, meron po kaming mga ini-implement na mga ordinances pertaining to the protection of environment, as well as po yung syempre yung national laws on yung protection ng environment. So ang pangunahing layunin syempre of course nito is para mapanatiling malinis, tahimik at ligtas yung ating City of Baguio. Of course for the strict implementation ng mga batas laban sa illegal na mga paggamit ng of course yung mga mufflers. That is for yung para yung sa noise, sa pagsusunog ng basura at iba pang paglabag sa environmental laws. O bahagi ito ng aming tungkulin para sa, of course, yung kaligtasan at kalusugan ng community, sir.
Okay, klaro lang natin po na yung sa mga noise violations, especially sa mga illegal muffler, may gamit kayong decibel meter po. Tama po ba yan? At hindi lang opinion na po na, maingay ito. Talagang may tool po kayo para i-determine kung labag siya sa batas. Tama po ba?
Yes po, meron nga po tayong na mga decibels po. Ayun nga po, para yun ang magagamit po na measure para masabing maingay nga talaga, sir.
Nung nakarang linggo, or I believe right before yung elections po, may 18 vehicle owners na nahuli po for yung decibel meters, or at least nagamit yung decibel meter in terms of yung sa noise pollution po. What actions were taken against yung 18 na po yun?
Actually, sir, they were apprehended. And then with that, sir, the BCPO will have a dialogue with the motorcycle groups. We had actually last April 18 to address the concerns of these loud mufflers. During the meeting, sir, we try to resolve the problem and yung mga complaints being received by the office. And the violators were of course, they are apprehended, sir.
Major, pag-usapan natin yung problema ng burning of garbage. One of the key points po sa agenda po ninyo when it comes to environmental protection. How big of a problem is yung pagsisiga po ng basura? And of course, when you take a look at yung implementation po in terms of environmental protection, ano po yung mga efforts ng Baguio City Police?
On the garbage burning, sir, actually that is prohibited under the law, the national law. Of course, we have also the local ordinance here in Baguio. So violators are faced with fines when they are being apprehended. They will undergo community service and other penalties, sir, depending on the frequency and severity of the offense. We strictly enforce this to safeguard, of course, yung environment natin, sir. Siyempre yan, sir, sa pag pinabayaan natin yan, that will cause, siyempre, baka magkakaroon ng sunog.
Ma'am, may mga educational campaign po ba kayo, especially when it comes to environmental protection sa Baguio City?
Yes, sir. Actually, sir, we have this, we conduct yung ating information drive, and we also are active in our reminders sa ating social media account.
Ma'am, na-mention niyo po kanina as we show and flash yung contact details po ng Baguio City Police Office for any violations and reports. Na-mention niyo po kanina na may 5-point agenda po yung City Director po ninyo, especially one of them involving the environment as well. And I'm sure involved po kayo sa iba pong agenda points. Ano po yung mga 5 points na yun ni City Director po?
Yung 5-point agenda niya, sir, is first niyan, sir, is yung ating moral and welfare. Yung unang agenda niya po is yung moral and welfare ng ating personnel. Next is yung intensifying yung crime prevention, improving yung crime solution, managing traffic, and yung ensuring yung disaster preparedness and protection of the environment, sir.
Na-mention po yung traffic management at, bilang isang turista, minsan kapag nasa Baguio po ako, talaga yung traffic nagiging issue na. And I'm sure nagko-contribute din yun sa noise pollution, sa pollution in general. In terms of traffic management po, gaano kalaking challenge yun para sa BCPO?
Napakalaking challenge talaga yan, sir, kasi naman na Baguio City is one of the favorite tourist destination. So actually with that po, we have created yung ating Baguio City View Baguio, yung View Baguio app, so we can be able to, we can download that application so that we will be able to see yung traffic situation ng Baguio City, sir. So we will also be able to see yung tourist destination kung ilan yung available parking slots in that tourist spot, and there are also posted there yung mga ordinances, yung mga advisories, and yung mga reminders to the public, sir.
After a break, we're going to take a dive and explore how ornamental fish farming is making waves in the business world. Don't go away. Weather HQ will be right back. Hello and welcome back. You're still watching Weather HQ. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Ornamental fish are more than just pets. They are at the heart of a thriving global industry. Now, found out how one entrepreneur from Davao is making a splash in the world of ornamental fish farming.
Actually, it did not plan to be a business. It was really my hobby lang. Dati, when I was still in elementary, I am buying fishes, putting them in like planggana, balde, just to have something to be pet of sa bahay. Then eventually, when I was able to produce more of the offspring of my fishes, I tried to sell them to pet shops here in Davao City. Fortunately, one of a pet shop that I went to ordered fishes from my stocks every week. So that gave me the idea that it could become something like a source of income. So I continued to make that passion until high school. Then I stopped when I went to college, but still the passion really is there. I returned during college also. I did take good care of my fishes again, then to sell also. So until now, after graduation from college, I just did not go to work. So I just get the business permit of my fishes, then I registered it legally. So now I am fully operating my own business, which started from my hobby only.
Grabe naman, nagsimula sa isang palanggana at buti lang sinabi niyo po na legal na po kayo. But of course, kapag pinag-uusapan natin yung ornamental fish, how would you describe kung ano po yun?
Ornamental fish po kasi pag sinasabi mo yan is nasa usually fresh water yan eh. Kasi iba yung salt water eh. Pag sinabi mo salt water, yung nasa dagat. So yun yung mga isda na medyo bawal kasi yun. Kasi protected yun sa ating government. So when ornamental fish, usually lahat ng mga ornamental fish sa Philippines, imported po yan. Kaso lang, when naparami natin locally, we cannot sell it the same price as what we purchase it from outside. So parang nagiging local na lang siya. But lahat talaga ng isda, wala naman tayong makikita sa ating ilog na goldfish, angelfish na existing. Usually nasa ibang bansa yan. So the passion there is, ang akin lang kasi is very grateful din tayo, Philippines, because all throughout the year, dalawa lang season natin, rainy and then sunny. Kasi when that is the weather condition of a country, we could breed the ornamental fish all year round. So yun yung advantage natin. Yeah, kaya we could be able to import fishes from other country, then breed it here, then we could produce it same as what other countries can produce, more than pa if ever the opportunity is right for us.
Well, I'm sure na malakas yung demand for ornamental fish, pero ano yung mga pinaka-in-demand na breed na type ng ornamental fish dito sa Pilipinas in particular?
Sa ngayon kasi, ang isda din kasi, para din kasi yung fashion statement. May mga bagong dumarating na like imported variety. Like now, sa aking experience, mostly ang in demand ngayon is the glow tetra. That's a kind of fish na medyo flat, parang belong-belong, pero may ibang kulay like blue, green, yellow, ganun. Yung kasi ang parang mas push through yung production dito sa Davao City, and we were able to grow it out fast. And glow tetra nakikita mo sa buong Pilipinas galing sa Miman ngayon. But meron ding yung mga high-end mollies, balloon mollies, like yung mga iba-ibang kulay, the platinum ones, the golden blue tails, yung mga ganun, demand din yun. And also ng mga beta ng mga high-end din. Kasi ngayon, ang nagiging trending sa communication, lahat kasi hindi din namin sasabayan yung kung ano yung in demand, magkakaroon kami ng overstocking ng stock na hindi naman mabibili. So magiging expenses yun along the way. So yun yung aming we will be depending kung ano yung trending. So we will produce it sa amin facility to be able to compete. Kasi po, ganito po kasi ang actual scenario ng ornamental fish industry sa Philippines.
Aba.
Hindi po kasi lahat is legally operating. Walang lahat kasi, meron kasing requirements yan supposed to be if you want to ship out fishes from different places within the Philippines, you need to apply for like
Permit.
COR certificate from the BFAR. So that certificate of wildlife fisheries, parang allowed ka to ship out fishes. So hindi kasi isa sa requirements nila ang business permit. They just want requirements to have the facility lang na makita nila you can stock the fish. But unfortunately po, sa side ko po na legally operating, paying taxes and everything, disadvantage po yun sa akin kasi they are the ones who saturate the price. If, for example, a certain variety of fish can be sold for 8 pesos, and then when they are the one who will transact to the same customer that I'm supplying, they will offer 4 pesos. So the market will tilt. The customer will really change to a different supplier. So yun yung pong disadvantage. So walang protection po. So kaya nga po, ang sa akin lang po sana is, if ever there's a facility that would be able to, like what we say, commissary of all ornamental fishes in different places, like not only in Mindanao, Visayas, and Luzon, that will be able to like control the prices and they will be the one to export the fishes outside the Philippines, that's much better because the livelihood there will be, lahat ng nag-aalaga ng isda sa buong Pilipinas, meron silang parang palengke ba na tinatawag. They have the stocks that they want to sell, they could go there and offer it sa facility. Then the facility will give them the price kung magkano yung purchase price kasi ganito din ang buying price sa labas. Kasi the facility cannot buy the fishes kung ano din yung selling price kasi the facility will have the expenses and everything. But
Sir,
ang advantage po nun, sir, is magkakaroon lahat ng income habang buhay kasi there's a facility that will buy their stocks. Walang limit as long as they will be favorable with the price.
So,
Yun
Sir
yung aking,
Jason, Sir Jason, sorry,
Yes, sir.
I have to cut you off here, pero just to clarify, yan talaga yung biggest challenge niya po. Basically, yung mga illegal na the ornamental fish dealers and of course other pet dealers, they talagang tinitilt yung price point when it comes to sa business po ninyo. But of course, syempre, that medyo mahaba ata yung proseso nun to try and solve that problem, especially pagdating sa gobyerno and trying to make sure the legislation is there. But for the meantime po, considering yung mga challenges po ninyo, ano yung susunod para sa JMP Pet Finders at ano po yung next exciting projects nyo po?
Actually, I have a partner now that we will be opening a shop. We will be wholesaling aquarium accessories directly. We are importing directly from China. So that's my second plan this year. So most probably we will be starting by June because our stocks will be coming by June also. So that will be part of my new venture because I am trying to put all my resources on the fish industry, but sad to say, it's hard to
Mahirap.
manage it if hindi mo kontrolado lahat. Kasi ang Filipino attitude is mga seloso, mahilig, ayaw nilang masenso ka. That's why I am very thankful sa mga partner ko because they are not Filipino, they are foreigner, but they choose to have a Filipino partner and they chose me. So I am very grateful for that, so that I will be the one who will manage the operations of the business. So yun po yung magiging venture ko. Hopefully po, yung mga tao na nakita sa akin sa they will be trusting our product, and also we will try to improve the industry as much as we can, that we will be able to help out everyone from the industry. So hopefully po in time I will be returning back to the fishes, but I will not stop with the fishes. I will also continue with it, but I will just divert muna yung resources to this venture ng namin accessories.
And that's a wrap for this week's episode of Weather HQ. Join us again next week right here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel. I'm Paolo del Rosario. Have a great weekend.